continuation from yesterday. We were talking about the last moments of Prophet Nuh before he passed away, when he called upon his children and he told them that I want to narrate to you my wasiyah. I want to narrate to you what I want you to take care of after I leave this dunya. And he told them, and yesterday we spoke about the first two. He said, "Usikum bithnatayni wa anhaakum an ithnatayni," that I enjoin you to do two things and I ban you from two. And we said the two were, he said, "Usikum bi la ilaha illallah." La ilaha illallah. And he said, I enjoin you to live your life and continue living your life by la ilaha illallah. Why? Because the weight of la ilaha illallah, as the Prophet ﷺ says, that if la ilaha illallah was put on one part of the scale and the whole seven heavens and the earth was to put on the other part of the scale, la ilaha illallah would be heavier in the scale. And he also says that if the seven heavens and the earth were to be in a ring, a halaqah of iron, that the la ilaha illallah laqasamathuma, it will break this ring of iron right away, just la ilaha illallah by itself, which shows how heavy and important la ilaha illallah is. And then also he says, "Usikum bi subhanallahi wa bihamdi," the prayer subhanallahi wa bihamdi. Why? Because فَتِلْكَ صَلَوَاتُ الْمَخْلُوقَاتِ, this is the prayer of every single creation on earth, whether human or non-living. And he also says that this salah, subhanallah wa bihamdi, is one way of raising or increasing our rizq. And then he also says, "Anhaakum an ithnatayn," and I ban you from two. He says, "Anhaakum an shirk," I ban you to do shirk, meaning to have someone, to worship someone other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or to have someone other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a worship. And he says after that, وَأَنْهَاكُمْ عَنِ الْكِبْرِ, arrogance. So a man came to the Prophet ﷺ when he was saying this story, and he tells him, أَمَّا الْكِبْرُ أَمَّا الشِّرْكُ فَقَدْ عَلِمْنَاهُ, that shirk, we know that it's one of the worst sins in Islam. And then he says, but al-kibr, what is al-kibr? Is al-kibr for me to put new clothes on and walk around in it? The Prophet replied, and he said, no. He said, al-kibru, is it for me to put new shoes on and walk around? He said, no. Then he said, what is arrogance? And the Prophet ﷺ replied, and he said, al-kibru batar al-haqqi wa ghamtu al-nas. Batar al-haqqi, denying the truth from someone you think. For example, a teacher, if a student is fixing his teacher, the teacher would deny his student and tell him you're wrong even though he's right, just because he feels like the student is lower than him in level. And then ghamtu al-nas, belittling people, whether it may be race, whether it may be knowledge-wise, whether it may be him not knowing the language, whether it may be him not knowing how to read Quran, anything. Belittling people in general is one way of arrogance. And this is the definition of Rasulullah gave to this man when he asked about arrogance. And just arrogance in general should be something that you should be always leaving and be warned about and taken care of in your daily life. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love those who are arrogant. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Inna Allah, indeed, Allah la yuhibbul mustakbirin." He does not love those who are arrogant. And he also says, "La yadkhul al-jannah man kana fi qalbihi mithqal dharratin min kibr." That the person who has the weight of an atom in his heart, weight of an atom of kibr, of arrogance in his heart, will not enter Jannah. And not only that, not only will you not enter Jannah, they also explain to you the punishment you will be getting. The Rasul ﷺ says, يُحْشَرُ الْمُتَكَبِّرُونَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كَأَمْثَالِ الذَّرِّ. The arrogant people will be stomped on, stepped on, كأمثال الذر, just like an ant. Imagine today, we see an ant, and if we step on it, imagine how small this ant is. Imagine this on the day of judgment. You're going to be كأمثال الذر, just like this ant, and you're going to get stepped on and stomped on. This is how severe arrogance is in our religion of Islam. And I tell you, إياكم ثم إياكم, I warn you from being arrogant with others, because trust me, it is not something we want to be, and the punishment is very heavy in the day of judgment. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.